What's up, guys? Welcome back to another ND Labs video. Today we've got a pretty easy day going on. I'm actually going to take you through how I cut out my tips and then how I bend them, shape them, weld them together, prep them, and powder coat them, and we'll have a finished product by the end. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so today we're going to be cutting out our 5" by 20" tip. They're pretty straightforward. First things first is we're going to go over to the computer here and get the design off of CAD. I had built this a little while back when I first started making tips. So we just got to get our profile for the CNC and get it loaded in. So coming over to the CNC table, I actually just wanted to mention that I did just end up putting this in the shop yesterday. So before we were cutting out a buddy's shop, now we've got everything in-house, which is super exciting. But as we get ready to cut here, we're going to leave our CAD software. Don't save, it's already saved. It'll just go away. Okay, anyways, we're going to come over to Fire Control, which is going to run our CNC. And now that we got Fire Control opened up, we're going to load in our tip. Alright, so this is the file we're going to cut today. And here we are. We've got it on the software, so we're just going to find our 0. And this might actually take me a minute, so I'm going to pause the camera while I do this. Alright, everything's set up on the computer and on the table. Got the plasma cutter set up to 37 amps. It cuts 16 gauge perfectly at 37 amps. I actually started cutting and taking a video, and I realized the video that I was taking was a time lapse. And I wasn't quite ready for a time lapse. I don't know why it was set to that, so I had to pause it, but let's go ahead and continue on. Alright, she's done cutting, so we're going to turn the plasma cutter off and come on over and take a look at her. Turned out perfect. There's no undercutting anywhere. Cut completely through, so we've got a good piece to work with here. So now the goal is to get each of these pieces out and get this thing moved over to the table and ready to bend. Alright, I'm just going to move our Z-axis up a little bit here so we can get this piece out without bumping into the plasma. And over to the drying table. So as I'm drying this off, I do still want to remind you guys that we are doing that giveaway still. So if you go back to the first video, like and subscribe, I will be choosing someone random, and they're going to win a free bed stack. Alright, now that we got this thing dried off, I am actually going to take a moment and just work this piece off of here. I find I have much better luck actually bending the actual tip when this piece isn't on there. So, alright, so coming on over to the sheet metal bender here, I'm actually going to check my angle just to make sure everything's set up perfectly, which it is. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I use this to check my angle on the actual piece as we're going. But I use this as my stencil, just so as I'm bending, I'll hold this up next to it and make sure I've got roughly the right angle. Everything fits perfectly together as I go to weld it together, but right now we want to get pretty much the right angle as we're bending. So as I set this up in here, I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching the video. It would mean a lot to me if you could drop a like and a subscribe. A little goes a long way. I'm really trying to make something out of this and trying to grow this company. Also, if you guys want to go ahead and check out our website, I'll leave a hot link right here in the video, but I'll also add one in at the end. If you would love to, or if you would purchase one of our tips, it'd mean a lot to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this in time lapse and cruise as I start bending. Alright, so everything has bent into place perfectly. This gap will close up as I go to weld, but yeah, came out great. Gonna weld and get it ready, weld, grinded, sandblasted, and ready to powder coat. Alright, I don't have a whole lot of battery life left in the GoPro, so I'm gonna get things welded up, and then I'll probably let the GoPro charge while I'm grinding and sandblasting. Alright, here she is, all welded up. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but once she's grinded, sandblasted, she's gonna look great. Alright guys, it is a day later. We ran into some issues with the powder coating oven last night. Got them all fixed this morning. Everything sprayed and cooked, and it came out absolutely perfect. So this is the finished product right here. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I especially love the texture after powder coating, but it's rock solid. I don't bother to paint on the inside just because it's going to get covered in black soot anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So whilst I was powder coating, I actually did have time to cut out another 8-inch tip on the table, bend it, weld it, and get it all prepped and ready for powder coat. It is in the oven at this point, still cooking, and I'm pretty eager to just have this video done. So I'm not gonna take the time and wait for that and throw it in the video. That one's coming out black. I'm really excited to see it. But once it's done, I'll post pictures online or something. But yeah, should come out great.